I just spent a few minutes before I even started this podcast trying to figure out how I wanted to start this podcast. No, I do that from time to time. Well, I do it all the time because most of the time I try not to write down things that I want to say because I try to be as organic as I possibly can. And I know some people do that. They write things down because they want to make sure that they don't lose sight of what they're doing. But me, I like to be as organic and real as I possibly can for the audience that are listening to me. And I just want to speak from my heart, man. Every time I get on the air now, anytime you listen to me, this is from my heart. I mean, I'm not prepping or anything like that. I'm just speaking straight up real. And to be honest with you, I've been going through some things for the past few weeks now. Anybody that knows me, I don't try to hide it. I suffer from depression and anxiety at times. I think my anxiety comes from trying to please everybody. And I try to please everybody. And to be honest with you, I'm always trying to impress people. That's just always been a problem to me. And I try to suppress it as much as I possibly can. But sometimes I can't. I can't suppress it, because I just have this unwavering drive to succeed. And when I feel like I'm not on that path or I feel like there are stops in the road, I become frustrated. There are a lot of things in my life that I want for myself. And now that I have a son, I really, really am dialed in achieving my goals. Like I'm really dialed in. I don't want anything to stop me from that. Because now I look at my son and I look at him in the eyes and I want him to be proud of his dad. And anytime that I feel like I'm trying to do some kind of business venture or trying to start a podcast, I want to put my best foot forward. But, like I said, my anxiety kicks in. I wonder to myself, like, is anybody going to think that is any good? Is anybody going to think that I'm talented enough? Maybe what the guy said at the radio interview that I went to was right. Maybe, I'm not as good with communication as I possibly should be. Maybe my diction is all messed up, or maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. Those are the things that go through my mind. I know that a lot of times, a lot of people see me, they say, "Oh, TJ, you're so confident." I'm confident at times, but I think about some of the things that I put out more than I should. And, I wonder why I'm like that. And, the more I think about it, I think it's because of how I was when I grew up. I talk about it from time to time. I talk about how I wasn't as, I guess, like as tough as I should have been as a kid. I used to get picked on because of how I looked. I had low self-esteem. And all I can just think about is people just making fun of me and me just wanting them to stop doing it. And instead of me, trying to be the tough guy, because clearly I wasn't. I mean, I was just a scrawny little kid. I would do all type of things to try to impress the people that were making fun of me. I tried to do everything I can so they can leave me alone. And I think it kind of trickled off into my adult life because now I find myself caring a lot more than I should about what people think about me. And, every time I feel like I'm batting 1,000, anytime that I feel like I'm putting my best foot forward, I'm putting out that best content, something in the back of my mind says, you're still not good enough. And I've talked to different people. I went to therapy about it, but it doesn't matter how much therapy that you take, no matter how many times you sit on someone's couch and tell them about your problems. It's up to you to solve them. I had a good hand on it. I really did. I thought I had everything under control. I was working out. That was a outlet for me. And, I would just kind of really just coming in here in the studio and just putting everything down. And I apologize if I'm not talking like I normally do, because like I said, I haven't prepped this. I'm just speaking from my heart. I just want to be the best that I can possibly be. I just want to be one of the greatest of all time. And that's what drives me. And, I don't know if it's because of some of the people that I love, it just gets tough. It gets tough, when you want to be everything for everybody. You want to be the person that helps your family members who are going through problems. You want to be the person that helps them. You want to be that person that can solve all their problems, whether it be emotionally or financially. You want to be able to, be a leader. And, it consumes me. And I guess, now that I have a son, it scares me because I don't want him to look at me one day and say, hey, his dad is a failure. I mean, his dad's not good enough. And, I thought about why I started feeling like this. Maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe it's because of outside influence. I wish I was one of those people where people can actually talk to me and I just let it just kind of just rub off me, like it's not, like it ain't nothing. But I'm not built that way. I mean, I'm basically driven by passion. I feel it. I feel what people are saying to me. And I wish that I didn't, but I do. So when people are telling me about their problems and I'm listening to them, it starts to affect me and it bothers me and it brings me down, and I'm so upset because I feel like I want to be able to help them, but I can't. So what you do? You keep plugging along, right? That's what you do. You keep on moving forward. You realize that today is a bad day, but tomorrow is going to be better. And you try to find out why you're starting to feel like this and you acknowledge it. And I'm telling everybody out there right now that's listening to me, you might be going through something right now and you feel like, you don't know why you're feeling this way. You don't know why these things are happening to you. But the first thing you need to do is acknowledge it. And the second thing you need to do is to let yourself know that it's going to be okay. I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm not going to let negativity that creeps into my mind stop me from trying to achieve greatness. I'm going to keep on trying. I want to say something that I seen my uncle write. Shouts out to my Uncle Jerry. He said that he is going to try something. He said, if I succeed, I'm going to look like the best thing in the world. If I don't, I'm going to look like a total failure, but I'm okay with that. That's the way I feel about it. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep on doing it to the best of my ability. And if I make it, that would be great. But if I don't, at least I know that I tried my best. But it ain't over, So anybody that's suffering from anxiety right now, it's okay. Anybody suffering from depression, that's okay too. Just keep on plugging along to make your dreams a reality. We global.